Hey guys, Miss Michelle here with a fun flower project using paper plates and some scissors. We are going to make a 3D flower and let's get started. All right guys, so the first thing you're gonna wanna do is fold your paper plate in half. And then you're gonna wanna fold it in half once again. All right, so it should look like this. Now what I'm going to do is cut out a heart shape. Okay. So we have this, and then what I'm going to do is cut a slit in the middle of this heart. So when you unfold it, it has a pretty much already done flower shape, but I'm just gonna do a couple cuts here to give it a couple more petals. Oops. All right, so that's your first flower. And I'm just gonna fold these petals a little bit to give it a little more volume. So now what we're going to do is we are going to make some other smaller flowers from the paper plate. So let's get started with that step. All right guys, so as you can see, I've cut a few different sizes for our flowers. So what I'm gonna do with this large piece is I'm just going to curve and cut these a little bit more to give them a more petaled look. You can choose to do this or you can just leave it as is. It's completely up to you. And I'm really just doing these ones because they have the indentation of the top part of the paper plate. So I want everything to kind of be fairly symmetrical. All right, so from here, you're going to turn this piece and flip it over. Take your next largest piece and place it in the middle. And from there, you're just going to keep stacking your flower pieces until you have a complete looking flower. So from here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some parts of one of the paper plates I already used, and I'm just going to do a little bit of cutting of the middle. And this by no means has to be perfect because flowers are not all perfectly shaped exactly the same, so ours doesn't have to be either. All right, so then what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut a strip and make a scalloping-like motion. Just to give it a little extra pizzazz. And there we have that. So then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this and I want to size it to our flower, which this actually looks like. I've done a fairly decent job of measuring it up. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a stapler and I'm just going to staple that together. And that will be like our outside of our flower. And then what you're going to do with your flower is you're going to hold it all together as best you can. And you want to slide your stapler in right to the middle. Give it a nice punch. And then you can work on folding up some of your leaves to give it a little bit of depth. Like so, just to make it pop a little bit and stand out. It doesn't need a lot of fluffing and froofing. If you want, you could make it a few more petals to cut into it. But overall, you just want it to look more puffy. And there you have it, guys. Our cool paper plate 3D flower. Thanks, guys, for joining me for this flower craft, and I'll see you for the next video.